Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 114. I'm Jessica, aka Naturally Nitty.
And I'm Allena, aka Starnets. Today is July 1st. This is our weekly podcast. If this is your first time watching, thanks for checking us out.
Yes.
If you are a regular, thank you for coming back.
So, grab your knitting and craft along with us. We're going to do a little recap of the month and then jump into a planning podcast since it's the first of the month. So, any mojo? I have a little bit of mojo. I finished our cardio sock swap socks.
Those are awesome. I love how they striped.
I do too. Like, they're variegated, but they like striped almost. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. I just
awesome.
did a 2x2 rib, and the fish lips kiss heel. Oops. Toe up. That's about it. Plain and simple, but they're soft and squishy. I need to block them yet. Wash them. But I will be sending them out in a day or two. Once I do that.
That's okay.
By the end of the week at the latest, I swear.
The time for that because there's a few of us that are still knitting.
Yeah, which is totally fine. This is very laid back and not like, don't feel bad if you're not done.
But feel bad if you didn't knit socks. Yes. That's the only thing we're strict about.
Alright. Moving on to whips.
Yes.
What are you working on?
I have to finish my socks still. Let me finish this row and then I will hold them up better for you. So I am knitting 2 at a time socks, toe up. This is the only class I did last month. I suck. So I did them 2 at a time. And I'm doing the charade pattern. Mm-hmm. And I did the toe up socks with a difference by Wendy Johnson. And so the increase for the heel is on the bottom.
Cool.
It looks really cool. And then it's a heel flap. But toe up, obviously. And then it's charade. I am just worried that they're not going to fit. You know, your general worriedness.
Okay.
So I'm going to put my thumb like that's my heel. So you can see the...
No, that's cool.
It's pretty cool. So they're really nice. The yarn is nice and soft. And they're, you know, they'll be pretty good wearing, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Sweet.
I'm working on that, and I'm also working on my order mission, but it's not any farther than last week, so I'm not even going to show it to you because it's the same thing.
Okay.
That's all.
Moving on. You spin me right round?
Spinning. Okay. I have a lot to report. So, my newt is the epic washing of all the fleece. So, I showed you last week that I had washed everything and I just had to spin my stuff. And I had started cleaning the alpaca fleeces by picking them. And I finished picking the fleeces, which took a couple of days to do that because it was like raining.
Yeah.
So then I was spinning. I was up till 2 yesterday trying to get my newt to 75% because I will finish this newt if it kills me.
And you reached 75%.
I did. So I had shown you the Lincoln Borderleister already and the Jacob because those were for last time. So I spun up. Oops. I'm like getting it out and I just dropped one. Okay. So I spun up the Cormo, and for each of them, I tried to do Like certain fleeces I want to do different stuff for. Like the Lincoln Border Lacer, I was just spinning it to see how it worked, so I did all different. For the Cormo, I would like to get a sweater quantity. I'm sure I could get more than that out of it. So I did a 4-ply, a 2-ply, and a 3-ply to see which one I liked the best.
Mm-hmm.
So the 2-ply is pretty flat and flimsy, and these are going to be hard to see because they're white. But I'll try to show you. So that's the 2-ply.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it's like flat. And then I have to find the 3. I like the 3-ply.
Is it Navajo ply or true 3-ply?
I did Navajo ply, which to me is just...
It's still a 3-ply. I was just clarifying.
I'm unplying it to see if it's the real 3-ply. So this is the 3-ply. And I like the 3-ply. And then I like how round the 4-ply is, which is a true 4-ply. So the thing is, my Cormo for some reason just must have had, I must have not picked out the second cuts or something, because there was a ton of nups in it. Like if you look, it's a little bumpy. See that?
I think that happens when you process your own fleece.
Okay.
Like I had that with my Tarji fleece.
Well, I don't know. But then I spun up the Suffolk, whatever. Anyways, it was really nice to spin. It's not like next to your neck fabric. It's more of a fabric that you would wear as like a sweater. You wouldn't want it. You would want it like a cardigan, something you're going to wear over other clothes.
Okay.
But it spun up beautifully. Can I just say, like, this one was the one that was like so dirty and it had so much vegetable matter in it. Like seriously, when I was done spinning this, like I shook it and I, cleaned it and everything, and there was a ton of stuff in it, and like my shirt was like covered in just like bits of grass.
Yeah.
Or, like that. But this is the so for this I was just like on a time crunch, and I realized I really shouldn't be doing a 2-ply because I'm not going to use that ever for a sweater. So I just did a 4-ply and a 2-ply. A 4-ply.
You're giving me a complex now because I'm spinning. I like just spun a sweater quantity worth of 2-ply.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Well, that's just me because I like the roundness of the 3-plies.
No, I do too.
And the 4-plies, and I think like they help a little better. But look at how nice this spun up.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But it was looking at this yesterday, and this looks, for having processed this myself, it looks like I didn't process it myself, if that makes any sense. Like, there's no nups. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the staple length is longer than the Cormo, which it probably is. But then here's the 4-ply, and it looks really nice. See if I can get some to show.
Nice.
So that's that. And it just turned out really nice. And I like them both. I didn't do wraps per inch because I was just spinning, and I figured whenever I go to spin a sweater's quantity, I will then figure it out that way, if that makes sense. But it spun really nicely, and I did that. The Suffolk I did all yesterday. Like, that's what I did all day. Like, the kids had to eat what was in the fridge and make themselves dinner because I was like, I'm spinning. And then Andy came home from work, and I was like, you can probably just go to bed because I have to finish this. And so I'm spinning, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, what time is it Pacific time? Because I couldn't figure out. So I went online and I found there's a website that tells you the time.
I was gonna say, I texted you and said, you have 2 more hours.
I know, because I was like, what time? Is Princess Onicia time Pacific time? And you were like, yes. But there's a web on my thing now. I'm going to tell you what it's called. It's called GreenwichMeantime.com. And it has like a little yellow box there that counts down. And I just put it on Pacific time.
Okay.
Because that's the time that I have to turn it. But anyway, so I was like counting down and I was like watching Netflix as I spun. So that's what I did. So my fiber wash report. All of the wool is clean. Sheep wool is clean. The Cormo and the Suffolk is spun. So all I have left to do for this month is clean the alpaca, process it, and spin it.
Very cool.
And I was going to start that today, but today was like catch up on everything else day. Because I did nothing but spin yesterday.
Very cool.
Okay, so how are you spinning?
I am spinning well. We put our pool up, so the kids have been wanting to swim like all day long. So I took my wheel out for the past like few days and spun on my order mission, which is what I'm scanning up right now. And I finished the spinning and the plying today, actually. So now I'm just scanning it up, and then I have to wash it and stuff, and my order mission's done.
Oh,
so
you suck.
I'm hoping I got enough yardage. We'll see. I don't know what sweater I'm gonna make out of it, so I guess I'm not aiming for a specific thing or anything. Oops, there's my scissors. Let me just do this real quick, and then I can take it off of here and show you.
Well, I saw the picture, and I saw the video you put on Instagram today, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I was having
and
fun.
I was laughing because I was like, I miss the clackety-clack wheel.
It's just noisy. I don't know. I like it. So.
Mine squeaks.
I put a good amount of twist into this because, like you said, 2-plies are somewhat flat, but I think if you add twist to it...
Oh yeah, that looks really good. I like that.
It makes it a little more rounded. And so I'm actually going to have to... I'm going to look at all the skeins, because I spun 8 ounces of this prior to my order mission, and then I've spun a pound for the order mission. So I'm going to look at them all to make sure they're all, like, have the same twist. And if not, I may end up running them through the wheel another time to give it some more twist.
The other ones?
Yeah, I can't remember. Because, I'm not technical and I don't write things down. And it was a while ago. So there's a skein.
Oh, it's pretty.
And I have 3 more bobbins to skein up. And that's it. I'm looking forward to Tour de Fleece. Like, way much. Once we go over the classes in a little bit, I am going to pick fiber according to what can fit into the classes. And go to town. That starts on Saturday, I believe, the 5th.
I just went and checked because I was like, if I should be spinning, there goes my classes.
Yeah, so...
there goes my socks.
I'm excited.
I am too. And I have no specific plan. I think I might just grab from behind... Like, when I go like this and say grab, it's because behind my couch is some fiber. Mm-hmm. The rest is downstairs in Tupperware totes. Or Rubbermaid totes. Mm-hmm. But I have some of the stuff that I've gotten, like, recently. And when I say recent, I mean not that recent, because I've been on, like, a major fiber freeze.
Yeah.
And yarn freeze. But anyways, so I think I might just grab and spin, or I might pull it out and dump it out like I like to do every couple of months, and like look through and see if I have enough to do a giant mashup spin for like a sweater, because that would rock.
That would be fun.
I have to look and see.
I just want to make sure it fits with prompts. But I'm, basically going to do the same thing. Search through.
Yeah.
And see what I have.
Okay.
So that's
I have to scroll down and then I'll tell you what's next. Sewing.
Yeah.
I have been sewing. I did a bunch of orders and I finally took pictures of them and put them up. And I already talked about the fat fiber stuff that I sent in, so.
Cool.
Okay. Gym. How are you doing on gym? I suck.
I haven't cardio knitted. I think, I don't know, with the summer, that's kind of out the window for me. Like.
Well, yeah, and I mean, really, gym is not just cardio knitting. Right. It's like.
I know, but it's so cool, and I feel like I should be, so I kind of feel a little guilty that I'm not. Like I said last week, we've been biking a lot. We went on like an hour bike ride on Sunday. So that was fun. And actually Sunday morning we went strawberry picking. So like by the time the night came around, I was like exhausted and like all sore. I'm like,
I'm jealous that you went strawberry picking. I need to go strawberry picking so I can make jam.
Yeah, I need to make it. But I started T25 today. And
I should, because
it kicked my butt. Yeah, our brother gave it to us, which is cool. I even did, like, the entire, like, they have a modified person, so, like, if you're not up to par, which I'm totally not, I followed and, like, kicked my butt. I felt like I was going to die for, like, a half an hour after it. Maybe more.
Maybe I should do that.
But
I just have this thing with having people watch me work out.
I locked the kids out of the house. Like, seriously locked the door, and they're like, why can't we come in? I'm like, just go away. I don't want you watching me.
That's funny.
And then they're like going over to the neighbor's house, and I'm like, don't tell them that I'm locking you out. I just don't want you coming in. It was funny.
That is funny. Like, usually when I'm working out and the kids are, like, fighting or whatever, I get really pissed off, and it makes me angry. And I'm, like, yelling at them, but I'm not getting off, like, the bike or whatever I'm doing. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You could do it with me. It'd be fun. I think that's one thing I am bad with is accountability.
Me too. And, like, I did that thing where everyone sent me their texts, mm-hmm. and I would text people, and that lasted for, like, a couple of days, and then people would stop texting me back. Or I would forget to text them, and life sucked.
Everyone's bad at accountability.
Right.
So, yeah, no. But, whatever. I'm trying.
Speaking of cardio knitting, did you see Nerd Girl Yarn's spinning bike? I saw it when she made it, and I just wanted to... I was so cool that they had it on the Make zine.
Mm-hmm.
They videoed her at...
Kansas?
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like right on the border of Kansas City and Missouri. Anyways, so she went there and they videoed her, and they like took a recumbent bike and turned it into a spinning wheel, and I'm like, that's what I need.
Totally awesome.
Like, even if you're going super slow, you're on the bike spinning.
Yeah, well,
spinning.
Jared was looking at my bike, and he took it apart a little bit one time when he was here trying to figure out how to do it. So I shared him that link, and maybe he'll be able to figure it out a little.
I know, I saw that.
Easier.
And I think that's awesome. So, now we're on to our randomness, because we're just randomly talking about things.
We are.
So, real quick, I got a light tent from Amazon, similar to yours. And I'm like, I probably should get the 48-inch, because I have a few bags that are 30-inch, and the 30-inch one was a little too small.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, the 40-inch would probably work, but I was just looking at it, and I was like, well, the 48-inch might work too. And then they had like a used, like someone had opened the package and decided they didn't want it, so they sold it as used for the same price as the 40-inch. So I just went with the 48-inch. I got it. That sucker is huge. Madison and Bella can fit in it. And seriously, huge.
It's big.
Like, part of my time today trying to take pictures, I was trying to get it to fit in the room. Like, I had to move my sewing machine and everything. It's huge. I'm going to find a picture so I can show you. But that thing is huge. Like, it's bigger than I thought.
That's awesome.
Like, seriously. Look at how big that thing is.
That's crazy.
So they're sitting in it. Like, I have to climb into it to put the backing on it and all that stuff.
That's funny.
But it's still awesome. And it works really good. So, and if I make any big bags, I will be able to take pictures in that.
Yep. You could, like, put yourself in there to take pictures of finished sweaters and, like, click.
Yeah, totally.
Or selfies with, like, a white, pretty background. Sorry.
Just sit in there and take a picture. Yeah, so it's huge.
That's cool, though.
So, yeah. But it's been so hot here. And I'm not talking nice, dry hot where you can sit in the shade and it's not that hot. It's like the sticky, stick-to-you hotness. Mm-hmm. Like, muggy, hot, hate it. And we have, like, a blow-up pool in the backyard, but that just doesn't cut it. And Abby, our fun dog, destroyed we had, like, a canopy thing, tent, for, like, shade, like a pavilion.
She destroyed that?
She is a retard. And she... we tried, like, we put chairs up so she doesn't go over the one side. Like, we put a little fence up, but she would, like, go in and get stuck around it and then get scared and try to run away from it. Dumb. I'm so mad. So it's kind of destroyed. And we threw it away. Because, I mean, it was a cheap one.
Yeah.
But still. So we don't really have shade. So I need to get, like, an umbrella thing or something.
It's been hot here, too, and muggy, and gross.
And I don't like that.
Like, it was funny, yesterday, I was sitting outside, and then it started to sprinkle a little bit, and we have, a table with an umbrella, so I, like, shoved my spinning wheel as far under the umbrella as I could, so it wouldn't get wet. If it started to rain hard, I was going to make a break for it to the house. But, it was just a little bit, and then, like, 10 minutes later... Like, all of a sudden, a breeze came, and it was warm, and then cold air, like, and it dropped, like, instantly, like, 10 degrees, like, it was the craziest thing. It must have, like, just came off the lake or something, I don't know. But then it was, like, chilly. But we've had, like, 70s, but muggy, so it makes it not so great. But, I don't know. I don't really have anything random to talk about.
Yeah. So yesterday when I was spinning, I did a Harry Potter movie marathon. Okay. We started with 4 and made it through 6 before the kids went to bed, and then I wasn't allowed to watch them when they went to bed.
Very cool.
So yeah, and it's making me want to reread the books.
Joe's reading them.
So is Andy.
He just started The Goblet of Fire.
Oh, see, Andy just started the 5th one, but he's not like reading. He's reading like we read, like audiobooking. No,
Joe's reading them, like actually.
That's cool.
Reading them. Yeah.
I could pull my books out and read them, but it's nice when they read it to you.
Oh, we started watching The Office. Like, we watched it before, but there's like a new season or 2 that we hadn't watched. I mean, it's probably not just new on Netflix, but new to us because we hadn't been looking. Anyways, so we were watching, like, I don't know if it's the last season or the second to last or whatever, but, like, hilarious. I forgot how much I love that show. So fun.
Yeah, we've been watching. Andy's watching it, and he doesn't wait for me, and it makes me mad Like, if I'm downstairs, he'll take a shower and then start watching it while I'm getting, like, wash my face and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I come in and I get, like, half episodes. It makes me so mad because it's not like I've seen them all. And he's like,
Yeah.
you can watch them whenever. I'm like, I have other things to watch that you won't watch with me
Yeah.
to watch by myself. But we've been watching it, and it makes me laugh a lot.
It's so funny.
We're, like, in the 5th season, like, Pam just... So...
We're, like, on the 8th or 7th.
Yeah,
or 9th.
so we're, like, working through it. Like,
No.
we started watching it to
They're
work
good,
through
though.
it all the way.
I love them.
Yeah, they are funny.
Okay. I'm almost done with the second book in the Song of Fire and Ice series, which is the Game of Thrones book.
Yeah. I am not. I'm still in the middle of the first.
The third book, I'm still number 3 in line from the library.
Too bad we couldn't get our things to work because I have them all.
Because I'm, like, trying not to finish the second one, because, like, I know once I finish it, I'm going to want to start the third, and I don't have it. Very mad.
Does your...
Uh-oh. You froze.
What?
Yeah, well, you're not now. You said, does your what?
Does your library not do Overdrive, where you just download it from their website instead of waiting for the discs?
They probably do.
Because that's how I got mine.
I'm so non-tech savvy, though.
It's not hard. You download this program called Overdrive. You go to the library and pick the books you want. You borrow them, it downloads it into their program, and then you transfer it to your device.
Okay.
It's that easy.
I will have to try it.
So yeah, okay, let's go on to our planning portion of this podcast.
Sweet.
So, as you know, July 31st, Newts and Owls are both due. July 13th, which is a very good number, is the last day you can hand in your order mission. And as we've discussed, all this time goes by Princess Onicia time, which is also Pacific. And then Quidditch, I think they're doing the final round starting on the 4th. But you had to have done the round before to participate in each of the rounds for Quidditch. And I didn't do round 2, so I have no idea what's going on in Quidditch.
I know. I'm bummed that I let the ball drop on that one. Like, I always loved Quidditch.
Yeah. And I'm bummed I've let the ball drop on pretty much everything this month.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, I will finish this newt if it kills me. Okay. So then, first up, we have Care of Magical Creatures, which is the Arguary. Auguary? I don't know. It's the Irish Phoenix. So, craft something to help maintain the Arguary's habitat, either by bringing moisture or rain into the area, craft something to hold water, conjure clouds or rain, represent water or clouds, or increase the insect/fairy population in the area. Craft representations of insects or fairies, or make something that is appealing to them. Non-Ravelry crafts will be allowed with prior approval.
Okay.
So basically, they were saying that they like insects and fairies to eat, and they need to be wet. You know.
So spinning wise, you could do
represent clouds,
blues and or like cloud type stuff.
Yeah.
Or you can represent fairies and insects.
Yeah.
So that could be pretty wide open too. Like sparkly stuff could be for fairies.
Well,
or different colors for insects and bugs.
Yeah.
So that's pretty open.
Yeah, so it is very open. And I think you know, representing water, rain, or clouds. Super easy.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to make it fit for spinning.
Cool. I wonder if you could tie a rainbow into that, representing
Probably.
After the rain in the clouds.
The charms class will fit a rainbow.
Oh, I haven't read anything.
I did.
I will confess. I said I was going to, and I had all intentions of doing it, but the day just got away from me. Okay.
That's what happens when you have to be outside. It's lifeguard.
I know. Okay. Sorry, I'm just tying that off and making sure. I did it. Okay. What's the correspondence? Let's see here. Charms. Is the Calaveria charm? Did I say that right?
It's better than how I said arguary.
So master the Calaveria charm by creating something with colorvary. This is what happens.
But there's no R. It's Colovaria.
Whatever. When you don't read the prompts, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Okay, by creating something with color changes. If turning into a complete color change, post a before and after picture. That's not what it says. I kind of paraphrased. Okay. Which is cool. So you could do like a gradient where you're like changing colors.
And there your rainbow goes.
Or you could even dye yarn because that's changing colors.
Yeah, but we're spinning. This is
I know. I'm just saying for other people who are not obsessed with spinning or the Tour de Fleece.
Yeah. Anyways.
So that's wide open.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was thinking, like, self-striping yarn would work for this.
Loop bat.
Oh, I have a couple of those.
I need to.
Okay, next up is Defense Against the Dark Arts, the Glacius spell. Craft something that protects you by keeping you warm while you practice this freezing spell. Again, wide open. Yeah,
it keeps me
warm.
Except
for that's your order mission.
I know, I'm just saying, it keeps me warm.
So, that's wide open as well. Very, very wide open.
Cool. Sorry. Divination. Karma. Your assignment this month is to give back to the future by improving your karma. Craft something, and in your crafting, do something good for the world outside. You might choose to craft an item that you then donate to charity, or you might craft something to comfort a friend going through a rough time. Or you may even spend some time crafting with those in need. Non-revelry crafts will be accepted as homework. So, that's cool. That's also wide open.
Yeah.
I can spin something and give it to someone. Or
well,
I can
also say if the actual, I said it in there, I didn't copy it. The actual crafting, if that helps you, you just have to explain how it does. I think.
Okay.
I forget. I read it real quick, so don't quote me on that. Please go read the prompts.
And you could spend time crafting with those in need. So, like, I don't know. My children need me. No, I'm just kidding.
They're in need because I throw crackers at them.
I'm spinning with them, even though I'm not feeding them. No, I will probably spin something to give to someone.
That sounds like a plan.
Who is in need of yarn.
Okay. Flying is all about camouflage. Craft an item or items to blend in with the sky, or disguise yourself as a flying muggle animal, or from a form of aerial transportation. If you are relating this to a divination project, link it to it in your June class when you when you do your turn-in?
I didn't even remember what that was. Do you?
Divination?
The June class.
Karma, right?
Was
We
it?
just had it. Yeah, it's the karma one.
Oh. I mean, I
So-
only turned in like one class or two class. I don't know what I did.
This one, so you could disguise yourself as the sky. So blue or whites, or, you know, like reds and orange, like in the mornings, or like a flying muggle animal. So like a bird or an elephant. But
Like Dumbo?
yes, no, or a form of aerial transportation, a plane, or a helicopter, or a hang glider, or a gyrocopter. So, yeah,
Cool.
have fun. Because, I mean, you could pretty much do that with anything. So, yeah.
So for spinning,
Spin either blues and stuff and, like, cover yourself to blend in.
you could spin
Or-
any color of a bird.
Or a bird and make yourself look like a bird.
That's what I'll probably do. Bird. Okay. Herbology. Roots. Make an item that calls back to the reason you began crafting. If you were taught at your grandmother's knee, you could make a baby sweater like the one she always churned out. If a friend's amazing shawl got your mojo going, do it justice by making a wrap of your own. If your early days were ruled by endless scarves, go ahead and plow through another one. We want to see the connection between what you make and your crafting roots.
I don't think I'll be doing this class because it doesn't go with spinning very well.
Unless you tie it into when you first started spinning. Or can you not?
I mean, I guess you could. But, I mean, I started spinning. I don't really remember why. I wanted to. But I kind of learned how to knit and crochet because I wanted to, too. So, yeah, I'm not sure I'll be doing this class because it would be too much thinking.
Yeah.
And obviously thinking is not my strong point this term.
Yeah, I can't think.
But luckily there's 8 classes, so we don't have to do them all.
Okay. So
History of Magic. The Goblin Rebellion of 1612. A dramatic recreation. So, you can choose to be a wizard, a goblin, or a barkeeper. And then we'll need some props. Make a prop for your chosen character in the rebellion drama. We will be accepting non-Ravelry crafts, including metalwork, jewelry, or fiber-related crafts. Sewing, macrame, tatting, etc. So for spinning, I don't know. I would choose to be a barkeeper, though. So, I don't know what I'll spin. But that's kind of fun, because you could spin pretty much anything and say, it's this.
I suppose.
You know, like you could spin something metal with like metal fibers in it and say you were a goblin and you were making the material to make a sword. You could spin something colorful and say you're a wizard making something to blend in with the muggles. You know what I mean? Yeah. Pretty much anything. You could make something and say you were a barkeeper and you were making rope to tie the people up because they're annoying you. There you go.
Fun.
So yeah. But I might actually sew for this because I have a few more sewings to do this month, and I might be able to tie that in.
Okay.
I haven't decided yet, though.
Sorry.
You're up.
I'm getting carried away with my naming. Potions. Babbling beverage. We invite you to craft something nonsensical and silly. Just as this potion is nonsensical and silly. If you prefer to make a more practical approach, we suggest you create a way to keep your mouth shut until the effects of the potion wear off. I could spin my shut your cake hole fiber for that.
That would be a perfect one. I was actually thinking like art yarn, because sometimes it's not sensical.
And it's kind of silly.
It is.
I'm totally going to do my shut your cake hole for that.
That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the classes.
Sorry. You could do lots of things for that.
Sorry, we didn't help very much at all. We're all about Tour de Fleece, and we apologize if you knit or crochet or weave or not spin this month, because that's all we're going to talk about this month.
I know. You're going to hate us. Tune in August. Even though we only podcast like twice during August, usually.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be better at podcasting in the future, because things can only get better. Yes. So, until next week, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.